Hello, everybody. This is going to be a reading of my op-ed. This is for all you blind and illiterate homies out there. Last year marked the 60th anniversary of the Principles of Humane Experimental Technique, a landmark report that has fashioned itself as the modern guide to lab animal welfare. This book's primary tenet was the three R's: replacement, reduction, and refinement. The three R's essentially advocate for minimizing non-essential animal testing, having defined aims when testing is necessary. The goals set out by authors Russell and Birch were admirable, but the field of science, especially biology, has changed drastically since 1959. In the face of burgeoning genetic modification research, the three R's are insufficient in protecting animal welfare. Considering the increasing effectiveness of computational modeling, the intrinsic moral rights afforded to animals, the overall inefficiencies of animal genetic testing, the use of animal subjects in genetic studies should be completely phased out. Bioethicist, oh my goodness, please forgive my butchering of this poor man's name, Tom Beauchamp, claims in his latest book that animal testing should only be conducted if there are no other ethical solutions available. However, in the case of genetic modifications, there is another solution available: computer modeling. Advancing at a breakneck speed, the scope and effectiveness of computer modeling softwares, CMS, have increased dramatically, especially in biological settings. In a teaching environment, a 2009 study found that the test scores of pharmacological undergraduate and graduate students using CMS were higher than their counterparts who utilized live animals instead. On the research side, the same results are being repeated. A 2017 Oxford study illustrated that their computerized pharmaceutical models vastly outperformed a similar study that used animal subjects. While it would be irresponsible to claim CMS are perfect substitutes in all cases, as modeling technologies improve, the need for animal testing will essentially vanish. If we acknowledge the point that animals have undeniable moral rights, much like ourselves, the issue of genetic research becomes clear. It is unethical. The following quote from Tom Regan's The Case for Animal Rights encapsulates the argument succinctly. Animals are treated as if their value were reducible to their usefulness to others, with a lack of respect, and thus are their rights routinely, systematically violated. We treat animals at worst as resources, and at best as lesser beings, and these views guide our actions in scientific testing. Looking through a different paradigm, an ideological framework where animal rights are as inextricably connected to basic morality like our own, the scientific testing, the editing of entire genomes just to see what happens, would be absolutely reprehensible. Regardless of whether the study is trivial or it holds real benefit for humankind, the use of animals is immoral. Animals do not exist as merely a tool for humanity. The following question eventually arises: what if animal testing helps the species in the long run? Past instances of human meddling represent this quarry's greatest refutation. The less we impede nature's course, the better the outcome. The final point is that animals do not serve as good representations of human systems. The Department of Biology at Stanford defends their stance of using live animals for research and instruction by highlighting how humans share the majority of their genome with mice. However, what the department deigns not to disclose is that this small difference amounts to an incredible variety in the function and structure of both organisms. Yale professor Michael Bracken conducted a 2009 study that directly contrasts Stanford's claim. Mice do not make good human substitutes. Overall, in light of computer modeling's advances, the intrinsic right of animals, the inability for animals to capture the human body, Biological experiments with animals are becoming redundant. And it's not 1959. The three R's have worn their welcome. It is time to end animal testing.